I had a sneeze at the very wrong time. Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a beer from Banks today. So it's called Never Feel the Cold, which is completely different to what it is here at the moment. Stinking hot. We've got bushfires nearby. It's like 40 degrees Celsius most days. It's killer. So yeah, it's a hazy IPA at 6.4%. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again shortly. I'll read what it says on the back. Soft and pale, juicy IPA, hopped with Citra, Strata, and Ricau. Gives waves of tropical fruit, citrus, and stone fruit over a smooth, pillowy body. And the can art's just like, I don't know what it is. Looks like Bubbles holding a baseball bat. So it's definitely a baseball bat and a ball, but yeah, I don't know what the hell that's meant to be. A bubble man. So yeah, I've got the proper glassware. And cheers to everyone in the chat. We've got Evie, Jamie, and Dan. Good to see you. Got the hashtag proper glassware with the seagull on. Let's get into it. First beer for the day. I took it pretty easy yesterday. I didn't have as many as I thought I would. Funnily enough, I smelt mint when I opened that can. Interesting. Mint. Yeah, so first beer of the day. I'm probably going to watch some of the UFC fights after this review with Miscellaneous and a few of the other boys. But tonight I'm going to do a review of the latest Evil Megacorp beers out of Perth. I'll do their latest four tonight. So that'll be a stream. It'll go for a couple of hours. So there's the beer. It looks a bit light and milky in the camera, but it's probably more of like I'd say like a darker yellow, leaning towards light orange. I would say, yeah, it's pretty hazy. It's more hazy than cloudy. One finger head. I would say light carbonation and I'm going to say a light to medium body. How's the non-drinking going, Jamie? You and Paul, you're having the month off, aren't you? Yeah, good to see you, mate. I definitely remember who you are. Yeah, I haven't missed anyone. So yeah, let's go a smell. I did just sneeze, so I feel like my sinuses are up the shit. I get really bad hay fever, but because the bushfires are nearby, we've got a lot of smoke in the air at the moment. So yeah, it's no good. Yeah, spearmint. Sometimes you can get a minty quality from hops, but yeah, that's really interesting. I like it. Like it's really cool. It's different. So I'm getting like a touch of lemon, passion fruit, and maybe like some orange. But yeah, you're just getting this like minty, almost like a cedar sort of note. It's whacked. I'm looking forward to see if it carries over in the flavour. Yeah, I could imagine, dude. I'd struggle. In Australia, we don't have dry January. We have dry July because, yeah, there's no way people would give up drinking in the summertime here because we're obviously opposite seasons. So yeah, dry July is our thing, but I never do it. I actually don't like it because it's hard on the breweries. All the breweries struggle during these dry months because people give up the drink. Yeah, it does look milky, but it's just the camera. My camera my camera's decent with certain things, but whenever it comes to hazy beers for some reason, they just look real shit. Cheers, Susie. Seen you over on Simo's before. We had a fair few people on there. It must have finished an hour or two ago. Let's get into it. So yeah, as I said, massive mint smell, like spearmint. It sort of has that just like chewing gum sort of aroma. Like a lot of people would hate on it because I love mint. Even if it's with juicy beer like this, I still appreciate it. So yeah, cheers, guys. Yeah, it carries over. It's probably not as much on the flavour as the nose. You're getting a touch of pine as well. And yeah, it's like woody. It's definitely got the forest vibes. It's not burning down like our nearby forest though. So yeah, the bushfires are that bad at the moment. I'm just constantly hearing the chopper going back and forth, picking up water, dumping it, picking up water, dumping it. And there's another one that sprays like this big amount of it's like a retardant sort of thing. I don't know what it is, but yeah, there's one that has water and one that has this chemical, and they're going back and forth. So that's when you know it's real bad. And there's about 100 fire trucks down there. Like it's fucking insane. And yeah, it's scary to think that it's only like about a 10-15 minute drive from where I live. Hit that like button too, peeps. And yeah, I feel all right now, Susie. I've got a bit of trouble going on with my blood flow for some reason. I think they think that a lot of it's to do with my sleep. Because you know how I'm always quite often falling asleep just at the drop of a hat. I've had a lot of issues with sleep in the last few years. I'm losing oxygen when I'm sleeping, and yeah, it's like having effects on me in other ways. Like they've checked everything else. They checked like they were worried about my lungs, but my lungs are fine. Thankfully, I've never been a smoker. They checked my lungs, they checked my heart, they checked my liver, my kidneys, like yeah, and it was like they were baffled. They didn't know what it was. And then I think they've heard me sleeping, and I've talked about my sleeping problems, and then yeah, they're thinking it's got a lot to do with that. The thing is I've always been a shit sleeper, even when I was a kid. I had to get my tonsils and adenoids taken out when I was real, real little, just because I kept like gasping for air. And that helped somewhat. And then yeah, I don't know, I'd come good and then I'd be shit again. But yeah, it's just got real bad the last few years. I reckon because ever since I know people will get all cut up about it, but when I had to get that second jab during the pandemic, I reckon that had a lot to do with my blood flow going to shit. And also, yeah, doing shift work, changed shift work where one week you're working nights, the next week you're working arbos like that. That definitely took a toll on my body. Yeah. Did they check the brain? No. Yeah. So then I've got to do some sleep studies and stuff. But if they can make me start sleeping better, I will be very, very happy. Because yeah, the last few years I just haven't. I rarely get more than like 3 or 4 hours sleep a night, and it's always broken. And when you're trying to go to work doing like 12-hour physical shifts and you've had hardly any sleep, you can see why I'm so fucked all the time. Back to the beer. That mint character. it's, it's so weird but wonderful. Never feel the cold. Such a random can artwork. So yeah, I don't know if I said, but it's 6.4% this one. And yeah, Banks are one of my favourite breweries. They are based out of Seaford, which is on the southeast side of Melbourne. They're probably about, it's a good, like, probably 40-minute drive out of Melbourne City. Yeah, as I said, it's one of my favourite breweries, but for me, because I'm on the other side, it's a real pain to get to. Best way is to drive, but then obviously if you drive there, you can't have a decent drink. Yeah, I could imagine. They've probably flared up again everywhere. I think it's the worst though where I am, like the near where I am anyway. Feel sorry for all the firefighters and that. They'll just start to get on top of one, and then like a week later, it's fucking bad again. And a lot of them are like volunteers, like they have other jobs and stuff. Like they deserve so much better. Here's the fucking all these government fuckwits driving around in flash cars, and they can't even purchase brand new fire engines and stuff. They're all driving around in like 30-year-old vehicles with no aircon, fighting fires. Might get a touch of like peach on this beer as well. Angie will be happy. She always likes when I say peach. Speaking of, good timing. Peach. I get. Do you know what a funny character is with this one, Angie? Spearmint. Since when do you get a hazy, juicy beer that has a spearmint note? But I guarantee it's exactly what I'm getting. Spearmint is one of my favorite aromas and flavors. And as soon as I went, I could smell it. It's just got this real minty, woody, herbal sort of thing going on. I mean, mint is a plant, so it's not very far from what a hop is. So you can see that it is something you can actually get, but it's just a little bit rare. Yeah. So just think that you're drinking a breakfast juice, right? And you're drinking it just after you've brushed your teeth. So you've still got that minty freshness. That's what it's like, a combination of the two together. And then in the background, you can smell your Christmas tree. I like trying to explain what beers are, like the character of beers with like using other references. My good friend Jaco Beer, shout out to him. He hasn't done a video for so long, and he did one yesterday where he did a little walk. He walked like 5 miles into a nearby town and had a couple of beers and had his little bit of humor in there. It was a good video. So I put that on my community as a community post, but I highly recommend people go check him out. It's just Jake O Beer. Quite often I'm having drinks with him on panels and stuff. Cheers, Josh. What are you doing, bro? We'll have to have a beer. This is my first for the day. I'm sitting here in a sky full of smoke. Yeah, the old bushfires have flared up again, and I tell you what, our neighbourhood is fucking silent. There's no noise at all. It's like everyone's evacuated and I'm here by myself. I think because it's a long weekend, a lot of people probably go away camping and stuff like that. Yeah. I'll have to have a look to see if they've got any beers coming out with them. I reckon it was only that one in the Christmas pack. But yeah, this one's pretty nice. Do you ever get spearmint in a beer, Josh? I'm getting like a spearmint note. It's pretty tasty. So yeah, later tonight, probably about what is it? Yeah, nearly 2 p.m. in the afternoon here. So probably after dinner time, which is when most Americans are probably in bed. But yeah, it'll be about 7 or 8 at night. So a good 6 or 7 hours from now, I'm going to do a 4 beer stream. Evil Megacorp. I'm part of their subscription, and they send out 4 beers every 6 weeks, and they're always real experimental. I think there's like a barrel aged porter in there and a white IPA, whatever the fuck that is. So yeah, it should be good. Yeah. Hit that like button, peeps. Bit of Phillies action there, Josh. I don't know what the fuck that's meant to be. Like a balloon man. All I see is a baseball bat and a ball. It's just such a random name for a beer when it's like the middle of summer. I don't really understand it. It is baseball reference though, so maybe they were in America at the time or something. Cheers, Luke. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, for sure, dude. I don't know what it is here to be maybe late 30s at the moment. It's not as hot as yesterday yet. I don't think it's meant to be as hot as yesterday. Yesterday was fucked. It was so hard trying to sleep last night. I pretty much opened up every door and window in the house as soon as it started to cool down, but then you just got heaps of noise, heaps of like drunk people walking around the streets, and you kept getting woken up. Yeah, -42. I bet you Jaipur was better than the hazy one. Yeah, surprisingly, Angus handled it well yesterday. That really hot day we had a week or so ago, he really struggled. But yeah, yesterday he seemed good. Tuesday is going to be a worry because I have to go to work in the afternoon, and that's when it's like going to be the hottest. I think it's meant to be mid 40s on Tuesday. So yeah, I'll certainly be. What I'm sort of hoping is I might sort of move them around a fair bit early in the morning, and then hope that they sleep in the afternoon. Yeah. See, I love hot weather, but then it gets too hot. See, I love when it's like anywhere up until about late 30s, which is about 100 Fahrenheit. But when it gets to like over that point, when it's up around like early 40s and stuff, over 110 Fahrenheit, It's just too fucking hot. I do. This is where I miss living in my hometown because I could just walk to the beach. Whereas where I am now, I don't have any relief. Yeah, fucking oath. 45. Fuck. Yeah, I think it's meant to get to about 43 where I am. Yeah, that's insane. It's just so weird when you're hanging out with like people from the other side of the world and they're all talking about getting snowed in and we're whinging about how fucking hot it is. The joys of YouTube. So yeah, after this beer, I'll probably get on the macros on the old VBs. But yeah, I've just here comes the sneeze. Oh, mummy. Oh, it's coming and then it disappears. Yeah, like the sky is just like the air. Even in the house, it's just all I can smell is smoke. Woke up this morning with all the windows and shit open, and the whole house just stunk of bushfire. The sunrise looked fucking amazing this morning. I went outside and yeah, it was just outside with the dogs and getting rid of some rubbish and stuff and looked up in the sky and the sky was all smoky and the sun was like piercing through the clouds and the smoke. It was such a I wish I had the camera on me and just went. What's for dinner? I don't know. A barbecue would be nice. Actually, I'm going to cook my own burgers for dinner tonight, I think. I'm going to make my own cheeseburgers. Just going to keep it simple. I've got some brioche buns there. I've got some good, like, beef brisket patties. Um, yeah, I might go like cheese, pickles, onion. Yeah, like maybe ketchup and mustard. Just keep them nice and simple. I don't want to put the oven on. It's too hot for that. What are you doing, bro? Barbecue? Oh, yeah. Bit of lamb? Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, how good's a barbecue on a nice night? Barbecue and a heap of beers. Ooh, baby. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm just staying home for Australia Day, so because it'll just be me, I'll just be keeping it simple. I'll cook up I'll just have like probably some barbecue sausages. Um, but yeah, I'll bust out some Aussie stuff throughout the day. Some Vegemite shapes. What else can I get out? VB, of course. I might even do like an Australia Day hangout on here, I reckon. Aussie it up a bit. I could have some sausages in bread on the stream and some VB. And unfortunately, I can't play Aussie music or I'll get fucked over. Yeah, definitely. Because it's so hot, you just smash through them real easy. What are you drinking, dude? That beer is done. I actually bought myself a brand new VB glass. It looks so good drinking VB out of like the proper glass. Carlton Draft, yeah, fuck yeah. I reckon VB would be my favourite macro, and I reckon Carlton Draft would be second. I like Melbourne as well. VB, Melbourne, and Draft, like I'm happy with all of them. I'm just not a big fan of the real watery, soulless beers like fucking Great Northern and Corona, Heineken. They've got no soul. They don't taste like real beer. Everyone love all the young ones and people with no taste buds love them because they don't taste like beer. They're easy to drink. Yeah, fucking oath. And I totally understand why people don't like KB VB because yeah, you know when VB gets a bit warm and it has that ropey flavour. Like even I get that, and I love the beer, but Carlton Draft can get a little bit warm and it still tastes all right, whereas VB gets a little bit warm and it tastes fucking terrible. It's got that real rough taste to it. Cheers, Evie. Hit that like button, peeps. Show your support. And how cool is it with all the flash taps? They have all the like copper and yeah, it looks fucking sick. Anyone got anything exciting on for Australia Day? I reckon you'll be watching the march, won't you, Evie? What time does the march start? I reckon Juzzy will be filming it live. He was saying he wasn't sure if he was going to, but I reckon he will. But yeah, I reckon I'll wrap this bad boy up and yeah, he will go live. He loves it. He goes Jack having a little bark out the backyard. He got out the little shit yesterday. He's found this area where he can get in underneath into the neighbour's front yard, and then he just goes escapes. It's real annoying because it's a sheet fence, so it's really hard to keep putting earth in there and like patting it down, and he's just going to keep doing it. So I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to put some hard materials up against a very long area of fencing just so he can't get in there. But yeah, I reckon for this beer, I'd probably say I mean, if it was a double IPA and it had a bit more, I don't know, body and oomph, it'd be really, really good. But it's just a single, apart from the sort of like a bready base and I love that minty character, but it's not like a beer that really blows your mind. I'd probably say it's still relatively decent. No, fuck it. I'm going to go a 4.4 out of 5. I like it. Yeah, it's not my house, dude. So I don't want to spend that sort of money. If it was my house, I'd be all over it. But yeah, my landlord's a fuckwit, and there's no way in hell I'm enhancing his house because yeah. Cheers, dude. Another Craig to add to the mix. We got quite a few Craigs that watch. It's good, dude. So you're up in Queensland. Whereabouts? Yeah, 4X Bitter, bro. That's a beer I'm trying to get hold of. I had a guy that was going to send me some and it just sort of fell through. So down here, we only ever get 4X Gold. And like, obviously, it's not bad, but I want to try 4X Bitter and compare it to like Victoria Bitter and Melbourne Bitter. I just reckon it'd be an awesome beer. So yeah, like next time I go to Queensland, I'll obviously taste it. But yeah, I sort of got excited because I had some possibly coming to me, but I just want to review it on the channel. It's the maroon one, isn't it? Like you see it advertised on the State of Origin team, and we just get the yellow one. Yeah, welcome in, bro. Yeah, I like how you say a bitter or 12. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain Australian beers that I just want to get hold of to review on the channel and just like revisit them. 4X Bitter's definitely one. Reshes, the New South Wales beer. Um, there's a couple of South Australian and Western Australian ones like Swan Draft and I don't know if Redback's still available. West End Draft. I don't know if I've reviewed that or not. It's a pretty shit beer though. Emu. Emu, that's terrible as well. But yeah, I want to review it. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I went to Brisbane about 3 or 4 years ago and did like a beer festival there and a heap of the craft breweries. It was really good. And then I did the same sort of thing in Sydney recently as well. Brisbane's the sort of city I reckon I could see myself living. It's pretty cool. It's got that real laid back sort of country vibe for a city. I just feel like everyone's a bit more, I don't know, a bit more chilled and more friendly. You just haven't been fucked over as much by politics and that like Melbourne and Sydney have. Yeah, it's cool how you call it Bris Vegas and the brown snake. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, guys, and I'm going to go watch some UFC fights. And then I will be back later tonight. So yeah, tonight will be a 4 beer stream. So it'll probably go for a couple of hours. And yeah, it's by Evil Mega Corporation. They're a brewery out of Fremantle, Western Australia. And they're like a subscription service. So you pay a certain amount and they send out any 4 beers they want to brew. They send them out and stickers and whatever else. And yeah, it's cool because they're really experimental and the guy's a good bloke and he's definitely trying to just do different shit all the time. Whenever it arrives in the mail, I'm like, fuck yeah. So yeah, I'll do those 4 tonight. It'll be sometime after dinner. So come check us out on that. And yeah, hit the like on this one if you haven't already. Thanks again for joining us and enjoy the rest of your Arvo or night wherever you are. Bye bye.